love doing these grocery shopping trip hauls, as I call them. I've said this before on videos. I am a mom of a 14-year-old boy, okay, teenage boy who is growing a lot. So I feel like I might hit the grocery store more than necessary, especially it was a long weekend, so I just hit the store. I'm gonna show you guys some of the staples that I've mentioned before that I pick up all the time, but today's on a different day, so there might be some other things to show you, so that's what we're gonna do. So we always stock up on a lot of produce. So right now, we got a bunch of bananas, and I kind of like them when they're a little bit more green. So bananas, and we got a bunch of plums because these are so sweet and so good. My kids really, they love them. My daughter loves if I like cut them up. It's just like a really tasty sweet snack. Okay, also for produce, sweet potatoes, you guys. They are so dirt cheap and such an excellent source of fiber and complex carbohydrates. Great for fueling. I actually love to wash them and then keep the skin on them, chop them and cube them up, put them on a big cookie sheet, drizzle just a little bit of extra virgin olive oil all over them, sprinkle with sea salt, a little bit of cinnamon, and then roast them in the oven. In my oven, I usually do them at like 420, and I put them in for 20 minutes, and then I kind of like go in there after 20 minutes and just kind of shuffle them around so that they get brown on all sides, and then put them in for anywhere from another 10 to 15 minutes, kind of depending on your oven. But these are something I always pick up, either like a sweet potato or like a golden potato or a red potato, because again, they're a great source of fiber and carbohydrates. These are also my favorite vegetables to get because we are a busy family, and sometimes it's just a little bit easier to poke a few holes in these, pop them in the microwave, rather than having to steam on the stove. So I always pick these up. Now, I'm not a huge fan of cold cuts, but it is summer and my son is eating a lot, so I always try to pick up some turkey and ham, so that way if he is hungry and needs an extra snack, he can throw this on bread and be ready to go. Speaking of more produce, my daughter loves strawberries, so I always pick up some strawberries for her. These are another convenience food for us. I know I can chop tomatoes and onions on my own, but whenever I see them at the store, they're usually on sale. I get like the already chopped tomatoes and already chopped onions, because you can make salsas out of them. You can use them if you're doing some sort of like taco bowl, or like if you're making tacos, like they're just awesome for everything. Let's see what else. Oh, here's more. So I think I've said this in videos before. My son loves these Kodiak protein pancakes. In the morning, I always make these on the side for him, and then he eats a bunch of eggs on the side because he's trying to gain some weight. So he gets a pair of protein pancakes with some eggs. This is also one of my favorite snacks, Good Culture cottage cheese. I like this one because in one container of this, it's 19 grams of protein. So I mean, you can eat it by itself, but I usually throw fruit on it. So you can throw like fresh strawberries in it, or raspberries or blueberries, like whatever your favorite berry is. I personally like to use frozen fruit on it. So I'll like defrost the frozen fruit for just a short, like maybe 30 seconds. I'll do like frozen strawberries or frozen cherries, defrost them just enough so that they're not rock solid. And then I throw them on this. And this might sound really weird, but I sprinkle it with cinnamon and then a little bit of stevia. It sounds weird, but don't knock it until you try it. This was buy 3 for $3 today. So lime juice, we use a lot for like marinades. I make my own like mango salsa. We make our own guacamole at home. So I got that. And then this, again, I have kids and we're gonna make sandwiches for snacks and things like that. So I always buy the olive oil mayo just to kind of have, but this bottle will last me until it expires because we don't use a whole lot of it. Okay, this is another staple every time I run to the grocery store. I turned the stove on. I always pick up boneless, skinless chicken thighs. I'm a tongue cancer survivor, and so I had the whole left posterior and lateral side of my tongue removed in 2019. So for me, I have a hard time chewing and swallowing certain kinds of foods. And for some reason, the thighs are just so much easier for me personally to eat than a chicken breast. So I always stock up on these, especially if they're on sale at the store. So this is something that I will make every other day because it's a really easy protein for me to chew and swallow. Okay, what else do we got that's like good in here? So, this is Hayden's favorite. You guys will notice I get a lot of like pre-cut fruit. It's just easier. Convenience is a thing, right? So I would rather my kids reach in the refrigerator and see ready cut fruit to eat as a snack than run to the pantry to eat a processed snack, right? So this was buy one, get one today. So I got 2 big things of pre-cut watermelon that, no lie, my son will eat all in one sitting. And then these last couple things are more for the kids, not for any of us. My daughter, she doesn't drink dairy, so we get her chocolate almond milk. It's kind of like a sweet treat. And my kids do drink a little cup of orange juice every morning. Now, if you are, an adult trying to lose weight, I don't recommend drinking your calories. If you want an orange, I would recommend eating an orange, because again, juice is going to be a lot more calories than eating the real thing. But my kids are growing, and this is just kind of part of a routine for them, but it's not something I do for myself. So that's that. And then I always buy low-fat, 1% organic milk. I don't drink milk, but I will use a splash of this in my steel-cut oats in the morning, and my husband actually uses it in his coffee. So I always buy one of these as well, but it will last forever because it's just the 2 of us using it. My kids don't actually drink any dairy at all. So that's kind of everything. But this is just like I mentioned, I probably go to the store more than the usual person just because my kids, they're growing, they're eating a lot more. And I do like to buy fresh produce. And so it's a little bit easier to kind of go every couple of days. And there are some other things that we do to stock up. Like for a little while, I had a subscription with Butcher Box, which was fantastic. The meat quality is amazing. And they have so many different varieties. And it is really convenient for it to be delivered to your house. And then you can defrost whatever you want to use right away and put everything else in the freezer. I have found that to be really helpful for us. Actually put it on pause for just a little while right now. But I think there is probably a coupon that you could use if you're a first time purchaser of it. So I'll link that below. But yeah, hopefully this is helpful for you.